The first thing that I love is the default effects option. So I have this bass from the Neuroblade pack. Click here to check all the sound, but if you want to add, let's say, an OTT, you always need to go to the multiband, add some gain to it. But there is a lot easier way. So you set up the compressor, go to save as default preset, and as I want to add an OTT again, just click on the compressor and it automatically set it to OTT and add some gains. So basically the preset we just set up. The second thing is super cool. I'm sure you already know that there is this little button here where you can just, drag in the resampled version of your last played node from the preset, but you can also drag it into a new oscillator, let's say a spectral one. Let's disable the other effects, and by a few tweaks, by adding this warping mode and a few tweaks here and there, and boom, you have an awesome new sound. The third thing is regarding to the noise oscillator. So I'm sure that you can see that we can choose from several samples, but in Serum 2 the noise oscillator is actually a noise generator, and that's just a sampler playing a noise sample. And you can choose from several different types of white noise, pink noise, brown, and the Geiger, that is really cool. You can literally count the grains of the noise generator. And you can make it mono or stereo. That was previously not possible. Super cool for unique neuro basses. The fourth thing is the smooth interpolation. So if you right click on the wavetable position, there is a smooth interpolation option. When you click it, you can have a really smooth playback between the cycles, because if you disable that, you can see that the default shapes are basically just without any connection between the cycles. Previously you had to go to the morph and choose crossfade or spectral, but right now it is a lot easier, just smooth interpolation. And boom, even from 2 cycles you can create a really nice wavetable. My fifth and most favorite feature in Serum 2 is the possibility that you can use a lot more as generators. For example, you can use the oscillators or the filters. Why is it handy? So let's say you have a noise and a sine, and you want to create a really cool compressed noise or compressed sine bass. Right now all you had to do is go to the mode source and choose the oscillator A. You will have to fine tune it in the matrix, but right now, without any distortion, compression, the oscillator vibrates the noise, and it's so cool because if you go higher on your keyboard, the frequency of the vibration changes too. For example, this preset that you can grab from my Patreon below. So nice textures, and the trick behind that is this splitter, where I modulate the level of the higher band of this splitter. So this slider here, using LFO3, and the frequency of LFO3 is modulated by LFO4. So this is what creates that nice crunchy effect, because if I disable it, it's just, you can hear that it is a sine and a noise, but I'm actually modulating the level of the noise by oscillator A. So if I don't do that, it's still not the same sound, so we definitely need the modulation from oscillator A. So basically oscillator A is just a modulator, but it's important because you want to key track it, and it is a very precise kind of key tracking. You can go up really high on your keyboard. So the sub oscillator and the noise is what creates the sound through a bandpass filter, some distortion and EQing to focus on the highs and mid-highs, an OTT, some notches, an EQ and other distortion, and the frequency splitter, and some compression and final distortion or clipping at the end.